Okay, guys, I'm here for episode 9 of WCWtober, the review series where I review all the WCW Halloween Havoc events for the first half of the month of October. And on today's episode of WCWtober, we are looking at Halloween Havoc 1997. Took place on October the 26th, 1997 from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. There are 9 matches on this card, so we have a 45 maximum star rating. The opening contest of this match is the Ultimo Dragon versus Yuji Nagata, which this goes around to the Sonny Ono Ultimo Dragon rivalry that dated back, I think, past Slamboree or whatnot, after Dragon lost the TV title to Regal. So, this is it's not that good of a match. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not good. It's 1.5 stars. Yuji Nagata works over the arm, which plays into the finish of the match, which I like. You know, he wins with an arm bar and Dragon taps out after having the arm worked over. 1.5 stars. Nothing really special. So then we get Chris Jericho versus Jericho. This was a special unadvertised bonus match that took place at this event. Better than the first match, not by much though. Jericho wins with the Lion Tamer after Jericho misses a missile drop kick. Jericho then puts the Lion Tamer on and Jericho taps out. So then we get the WWE Cruiserweight Championship match. Eddie Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio Jr. in the best match on this card. This is the primary reason I wanted to do WCWtober. Well, this and the debacle that is Halloween Havoc 1998. But I will get to that in the next episode of WCWtober. This is probably the best WCW Cruiserweight Championship match. It's a pure Cruiserweight match that WCW actually had. Ray and Eddie always work good together, but I think this is one of their better matches because I think it tells a really good, solid story. Eddie's always trying to get Ray's mask off, but Ray actually has his mask sewn onto his Phantom costume because he's just like that superhero, the Phantom, that dressed in all purple or whatever. So Eddie's always ripping at the mask and whatnot. And, you know, this is a traditional Cruiserweight match in a way, with traditional Cruiserweight spots, but Eddie is also trying to constantly get the mask off through them, which is nice. Finish is, Eddie goes for a top rope splash mountain, and then Ray hits a Hurricane Run out of it, and pins Eddie to win the match. It's a 4.5 star match. I don't think it's a 5-star match. It's a good match, legitimately. It's 4.5 stars. I just don't think it's 5. It's probably the match that this show is best known for. In fact, I think this match was named Match of the Year for 1997. I could be wrong on that, though. And then after the match, Eddie attacks Ray. Now, I don't think Eddie and Ray had a rematch at World War III, but they might have. It's been a while since I've seen World War III 1997, so maybe I'll do a retro review of that next month. Yeah. Because they might have had a rematch at World War III, but I don't really know right now off the top of my head. But, good match, outstanding match, 4.5 stars. So then we get Steve McMichael versus Alex Wright, who is a mystery opponent that Deborah McMichael has. As that goes into the storyline of Deborah had broken up with Mongo in the storyline, so she finds Alex Wright to go fight Steve McMichael. This is a 1-star match. It's nothing really special. McMichael eventually hits a tombstone pile driver, but Deborah's got the referee distracted, and then Goldberg comes in, spears McMichael, and then jackhammers them. And I'm pretty sure you can see the referee know that Goldberg's in the ring, but there's no DQ because he's not supposed to do that. as it's part of the, as it's playing into the finish of the match. And then Goldberg puts Alex Wright on top. Mongo gets the win, and Alex Wright gets the win. Deborah gives Goldberg Mongo's Super Bowl ring, and then he spears jackhammers Wright. This is supposed to lead to a match at World War III, but they held that off for Starrcade, and then they just had a rematch of McMichael and Alex Wright at World War III. 1 star, nothing special. So then we get the worst match on here, as it's the Disco Inferno versus Jacqueline, which can be summed up like this. Disco Inferno predominantly just runs from Jacqueline, and his only offense is like arm drags and a drop toe hold. Jacqueline does some nice DDTs and all that, and then she gets the win of a roll-up. It's no stars. I guess it's meant to be a pure comedy match, but it kind of fails at the comedy match because it's kind of a boring match. It's no stars, and I think this is the last pay-per-view appearance Jacqueline had for WCW. I know it's the last pay-per-view appearance she had in WCW. I know it's not, I don't know if it's her last appearance in WCW, because I know in '98 she ended up in WWE. But I don't know exactly when she left WCW, though. So, I know this is her only pay-per-view wrestling match in WCW that she had, as far as I know. So then we get the WCW United States Championship match. Curt Hennig versus Ric Flair. This, of course, stems from the War Games of 1997, when Hennig betrayed the Horsemen to join the NWO and slammed the door to the cage on Ric Flair's head. This match really isn't a good match. Yes, there's psychology of Flair working over Hennig's leg for the figure 4. And Flair eventually uses the U.S. title, and he ties Hennig in a tree of woe, and then smashes the belt back into Hennig's face, which gets the DQ. I get that in the story, Flair doesn't care about the U.S. title, and he just wants to do to Hennig what Hennig did to him. So I get why the finish is there, but the match could have been better. The match could have been better. In fact, their match the next month, World War III, actually is a better match. 1 star for that match. So then we get Lex Luger versus Scott Hall, special referee Larry Zbyszko. This is a 1.5 star match. It's not, again, it's one of those matches that, while it's not horrible, it's not exactly good. Zbyszko calls the match down the middle for a while. Eventually, Eric Bischoff comes down, and then Scott Hall's got Syxx. Luger's going for the torture rack. Syxx kicks Luger in the back of the head. Then Hall's the outsider's edge. Zbyszko counts 3. Awards the match to Hall, but then says he wants to see the replay. And upon seeing the replay, restarts the match, and then Luger wins with the torture rack. Kind of an overbooked finish. I mean, it was obviously building and setting up to 2 matches. The first match it built up to is Zbyszko and Bischoff at Starrcade 1997, and the second match it built to is Zbyszko and Hall at Sold Out 1998. Especially since Zbyszko's got Syxx in his that choke sleeper of his, and then Bischoff kicks him in the head and all that. So, like I said, it led to the Zbyszko-Bischoff match at Starrcade. 1.5 stars. So then we get a Las Vegas sudden death match. Diamond Dallas Page versus Macho Man Randy Savage in the second best match of the night. And we go from this pay-per-view has the match of the year of 1997 on it, and the final match in what I believe is the feud of the year of 1997, Savage and Page. A Las Vegas sudden death match is essentially a last man standing match. You have to win by your opponent not being able to answer a 10 count. Now, it is a generic sort of brawling type thing with some nice spots. Page and Savage destroy all these tombstones that are part of the set. You know, Page hits a diamond cutter. They're both down for 9-4. There's a spot where Mickey J's counting. Elizabeth gets some glass like a cookie sheet, and she whacks Nikki J in the head with it, which I don't really know what purpose that really serves. But, and then Elizabeth starts attacking Paige, and Kimberly comes out and she drags Elizabeth back to the back. Paige goes for like a backslide move. Savage low blows them, which knocks Paige outside of the ring. And as Paige is getting up, someone in a Sting mask, presumably Hulk Hogan, because that's what his boots look like, according to the announcers, hits Paige, and Paige is injured with a ball bat, and then Paige can't answer the 10 count. And Savage wins. 3.5 stars. Not a bad match. It's quite an enjoyable match. Savage and Paige had very good matches in '97. I thought they worked very good with each other. And this is probably how Diamond Dallas Page, this feud probably helped elevate him to what he would become later with being in periodic main events. Was probably his feud with Savage had a lot to do with Page's career. So, 3.5 stars. Very good match. So then we get the main event. A steel cage match. Roddy Piper versus Hollywood Hulk Hogan. This is a 2.5 star match. It's a simple cage match that up until one spot is a traditional old school cage match of escaping the cage. That one thing is Hogan hits 2 leg drops and wants the referee to count. And then the match ends with Piper putting Hogan to sleep. So that kind of defeats what they were going for in this match. But, and then the NWO, they beat up Piper. They handcuff him to the cage. And then a fan who gets overzealous and tries to help him gets beat up by the NWO. It's 2.5 stars. It's 2.5 stars. And that's that. Average match. So out of 45 total stars, this show gets a 17.5, which makes it a C-. The next show in WCWtober is Halloween Havoc 1998, which while I have a VHS copy of, I'm going to be using the WWE Network for. Now, so people know that the WWE Network version of Halloween Havoc 1998 is 3 hours and 15 minutes. So I'm assuming it's the actual uncut thing that has everything on it. That'll be up tomorrow, provided I don't have problems or don't get too busy. That'll be uploaded tomorrow. So if you like the video, this will be in the WCWtober playlist. If you like the video, like button is down there, subscribe button is down there, and thank you for watching. Bye.